So this presentation is about troubleshooting unresponsive internet. We'll be covering what unresponsive internet looks like, what causes internet to be slow or unresponsive, how you troubleshoot this issue, and how you prevent it. What does unresponsive internet look like? Firstly, there will be slow loading times for websites and web pages. Pages take longer to load, and you may experience delays in accessing information. There will also be frequent buffering while streaming videos. Videos pause frequently to buffer, interrupting the viewing experience. Intermittent or constant disconnection from the internet. You may lose internet connectivity intermittently or face continuous disconnections. There may also be unsuccessful attempts to load websites, resulting in error messages such as page not found or connection timed out. Difficulty accessing online services or applications. Online applications and services may become inaccessible, impacting productivity and user experience. What causes internet to be slow or unresponsive? Firstly, this could be because of bandwidth congestion. When many users are using the internet at the same time, it can slow down the overall connection speed. It could also be because of outdated or faulty network equipment. Aging or malfunctioning hardware can lead to poor performance and connectivity issues. Lastly, another reason might be because of interference from nearby electronic devices or physical obstructions. Electronic devices like microwaves and walls can obstruct the Wi-Fi signal, reducing internet speed. High network traffic is also another reason. During peak usage times, like evenings, internet service may slow down due to increased demands. There could also be issues with your internet service provider. Problem on the ISP or internet service provider's end, such as maintenance or technical difficulties, can affect your internet connection. How do you troubleshoot this issue? You can check network connection by ensuring all cables are properly connected and there are no loose connections. You can also restart the modem and router to refresh the network connection. You can do this by power cycling both the modem and router to reset their connection settings and establish a fresh connection. You could also run a speed test to determine the current internet speed and compare it to the expected speed. You can do this by using an online speed test tools to measure your internet speed and compare it to the plan you're subscribed to. You could also check for any system updates for your devices and apply them if needed. Ensure that your devices have the latest software updates to optimize their performance. You should also test the internet connection on other devices to see if the problem is device-specific. Verify if the issue is device-specific or if it affects all connected devices. Internet troubleshooting on Windows. If you're on Windows, run the built-in Troubleshooter program to see if your computer can fix the issue for you. For Windows 10, click on Start, Settings, Update and Security, and then Troubleshoot. And then select the Troubleshooter for internet connections. For Apple diagnostics or hardware tests, most Mac computers have a built-in diagnostic program that will scan your computer for issues, including problems with Wi-Fi. It's called Apple Diagnostics on models from 2013 and later, and Apple Hardware Test on models from 2012 with at least OS X 10.8.4. To run Apple Diagnostics, firstly you should disconnect any Ethernet cables and external drives. Hit restart and hold down the D key as the computer reboots. Pick a language, and then the diagnostic will launch automatically. How do you prevent it? Opt for a higher internet speed plan from your internet service provider to accommodate multiple users and devices. Consider upgrading to a higher speed plan if you have many users or devices connected simultaneously. You can also regularly update your network equipment's firmware for optimal performance. Keep your router and modem updated to ensure they operate efficiently and securely. You should also position your router in a central location and away from potential interference sources. Place your router in a central area, elevated from the floor and away from the electronic devices and walls to improve signal strength. You can also limit the number of devices connected to the network simultaneously, reducing the number of connected devices during high usage times to ensure a stable connection. You should also use a wired connection whenever possible for a more stable and consistent internet access. Ethernet connections provide a more reliable and consistent internet connection compared to Wi-Fi. Additional tips. Use a Wi-Fi extender or a mesh network system to expand coverage. If certain areas of your home or office experience weak Wi-Fi signals, consider using a Wi-Fi extender or a mesh network system to improve coverage. You should also clear browser cache and cookies regularly. Clearing cache and cookies can help speed up web browsing and prevent potential conflicts that may lead to unresponsiveness. You can also implement quality of service or QoS settings. If your router supports QoS, configure it to prioritize certain applications or devices, ensuring essential activities get sufficient bandwidth. You can also perform regular antivirus and malware scans. Viruses and malware can cause network issues, so keep your devices protected with up-to-date security software. You can also disable bandwidth-heavy applications and background processes. Close unnecessary applications and background processes that consume a significant amount of bandwidth, such as file sharing software or automatic updates. Optimize your web browser settings. Adjust your browser settings to disable unnecessary add-ons, extensions, and plugins, which can slow down browsing. For additional tips, you can also contact your ISP for assistance. If the issue persists, reach out to your internet service provider for technical support and further troubleshooting. You can also consider upgrading to a higher tier plan. If you consistently experience slow internet, upgrading it to a higher speed plan might be a worthwhile investment. You can also monitor network usage and identify bandwidth hogs. Use network monitoring tools to identify devices or applications that consuming excessive bandwidth and address them accordingly. You should educate users about best practices. Educate all users in your network about internet etiquette, such as avoiding bandwidth-intensive activities during peak hours. Here are some resources to explore. And here's the live demo. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to learn this lesson with a Cyber Seniors vendor, please go to the Cyber Seniors website or call 1-844-217-3000 3057 to register for a one-on-one phone session. We also host weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. on Thursdays.